Kirk was fined for traveling at what speed in miles per hour? I'm reading the question first. So I need to know at what speed Kirk was actually traveling at. So coming back to the information, because this doesn't tell me what to do. In Cherokee County, the fine for speeding is $17 for each mile that the driver is traveling over the posted speed limit. So in Cherokee County, Kirk was fined $221 for speeding on a road with a posted speed limit of 30 miles per hour. So first we got to figure out how many miles per hour he was going over. So if he was charged $221, I have to take $221 and divide that by 17 to know how many miles per hour he was going over. So he was actually going 13 miles per hour over. But he was going over, so F is an answer choice of 13, but we have to look back at the question. Kirk was fined for traveling at what speed? So what was he traveling at? So he was not going 13 miles per hour. He was going 13 miles per hour over the 30. So 30 and 13 is 43. So he was actually speeding at 43 miles per hour. 13, what is the sum of the solutions to the two equations below? So we need to find the sum, means x plus y. That's our question. That's what we have to figure out. We've got to find x. So if I look at this first equation, I have 8x equals 12. If I just divide by 8, so I do 12 divided by 8, not 112, 12 divided by 8, I get 1.5. So x is equal to 1.5. I'm going to solve for y. I have 2y plus 10 equals 22. This is a two-step equation. Take away the 10, so I'm going to do 22 minus 10. And then I'm going to have to divide by the 2, so I'll divide by 2, all in the calculator. And I kept that. I just went ahead and divided by 2, so it tells me that the last answer divided by 2 is 6. So I get x is equal to 1/2 and y equal to 6. So I would do the sum x of 1.5 plus 6 is 7.5. So I know it's not A, I know it's not D, C, not D, not E. 7.5 is 7.5. This one says, what is the sum of the four scores that are not the median? Okay, so again, doesn't tell us exactly what we have to do. It says the average of 5 distinct scores has the same value as the median of the 5 scores. The sum of the 5 scores is 420. Okay, so we know that the sum of the 5 scores, so we know that the sum is equal to 420. That means we can also find the average, because it does say that the average of those scores has the same value as the median. So if we know that the sum is 420, the average is the sum divided by the number, which was 5. So 420 divided by 5 is going to be 84. So our average is equal to 84. But that says it has the same value as the median. So therefore the median is also 84. So the question is, what is the sum of the 4 scores that are not the median? So I want to know the 4 scores. Well, I know all 5 of them add up to 420. So I don't want the median. So I take my 420 and I subtract the 84. So 420 minus the 84 is 336. H. 15, what is the value of the expression below? These are absolute values. This is something you plug straight into the calculator. So in my calculator, I'm going to find the absolute value. I'm going to go to math. I'm going to come over to number, and the very first one is absolute value. So I have the absolute value symbol, but then I have another absolute value symbol. So I'm going to do the same thing, math, number, absolute value. I'll type in -8 plus 4. That ends the absolute value, so I'm going to press the right arrow key. So now I'm in between. It says minus. I have another absolute value, so math, number, absolute value. I have 3 minus 9, and it has 2 absolute value bars after it, 2 absolute value bars after it. Press enter, and we get 2. The answer is D. Which of the following expressions is equivalent to x raised to the 2/3? Equivalent just means the same as. So I don't want to have to try and figure this out because I don't remember how to do this. I'm going to plug a number in for x. I'll say x is equal to, I stay away from 0, 1, and 2. I will put the number 3. So I'm going to store 3 in for my x. And I'm going to do the problem because I need to find equivalents. So I'm going to do 3 store x. So now x is my 3. So I'm going to type in the original problem, x raised to the 2 divided by 3. And I get this really bad decimal, and that's fine. So I'll just jot that down, whatever it happens to be. And now I'm going to go through my answer choices and type these in to find the same exact answer. Now, because I plugged a number in, I do want to check all of them if possible. So f is a fraction. I'm going to do my alpha fraction. I have x squared over 3. I do not get that same answer, so I'm going to cross it out. Then my next one is also a fraction, so I'm going to do x, alpha, then my fraction, x parentheses 2 close parentheses divided by 3, enter. Not the same decimal, that's gone. The next one is the square root, so square root of x to the 3rd. Press enter. That is also not the same decimal. Next one is the cube root of x. I'm going to go to the cube root, which is in the math key. The cube root is number 4. I'm going to do the cube root of x. Press enter. That is not the same decimal, so that one's gone. So it should be k, but I do want to check it. Cube root of x squared, so I type in, again, my math key, the cube root, and then my x, and then my squared. I do get the same decimal, so k would be that answer. I do not have to know how to do this math. I want equivalence, so I plug a number in for x.